Maho. How wonderful. Friends, since you already have great knowledge and clear understanding, whereas I am of no importance and have little wisdom, it is not suitable for you to request advice from me. However, because you, dear friends, whom I cherish from my heart, have requested me, I shall give you this essential advice from my inferior and childish mind. Friends, until you attain enlightenment, the spiritual teacher is indispensable. Therefore, rely upon the holy spiritual guide. Until you realize ultimate truth, listening is indispensable. Therefore, listen to the instructions of the spiritual guide. Since you cannot become a Buddha merely by understanding Dharma, practice earnestly with understanding. Avoid places that disturb your mind, and always remain where your virtues increase. Until you attain stable realizations, worldly amusements are harmful. Therefore, abide in a place where there are no such distractions. Avoid friends who cause you to increase delusions, and rely upon those who increase your virtue. This you should take to heart. Since there is never a time when worldly activities come to an end, limit your activities. Dedicate your virtues throughout the day and night, and always watch your mind. Because you have received advice, whenever you are not meditating, always practice in accordance with what your spiritual guide says. If you practice with great devotion, results will arise immediately, without your having to wait for a long time. If from your heart you practice in accordance with Dharma, both food and resources will come naturally to hand. Friends, the things you desire give no more satisfaction than drinking seawater. Therefore, practice contentment. Avoid all haughty, conceited, proud, and arrogant minds, and remain peaceful and subdued. Avoid activities that are said to be meritorious, but which in fact are obstacles to Dharma. Profit and respect are nooses of the Maras, so brush them aside like stones on the path. Words of praise and fame serve only to beguile us. Therefore blow them away as you would blow your nose. Since the happiness, pleasure, and friends you gather in this life last only for a moment, put them all behind you. Since future lives last for a very long time, gather up riches to provide for the future. You will have to depart leaving everything behind, so do not be attached to anything. Generate compassion for lowly beings, and especially avoid despising or humiliating them. Have no hatred for enemies, and no attachment for friends. Do not be jealous of others' good qualities, but out of admiration, adopt them yourself. Do not look for faults in others, but look for faults in yourself, and purge them like bad blood. Do not contemplate your own good qualities, but contemplate the good qualities of others, and respect everyone as a servant would. See all living beings as your father or mother, and love them as if you were their child. Always keep a smiling face and a loving mind, and speak truthfully without malice. If you talk too much with little meaning, you will make mistakes. Therefore, speak in moderation, only when necessary. If you engage in many meaningless activities, your virtuous activities will degenerate. Therefore, stop activities that are not spiritual. It is completely meaningless to put effort into activities that have no essence. If the things you desire do not come, it is due to karma created long ago. Therefore, keep a happy and relaxed mind. Beware, offending a holy being is worse than dying. Therefore, be honest and straightforward. Since all the happiness and suffering of this life arise from previous actions, do not blame others. All happiness comes from the blessings of your spiritual guide. Therefore, always repay their kindness. Since you cannot tame the minds of others until you have tamed your own, begin by taming your own mind. Since you will definitely have to depart without the wealth you have accumulated, do not accumulate negativity for the sake of wealth. Distracting enjoyments have no essence. Therefore, sincerely practice giving. Always keep pure moral discipline, for it leads to beauty in this life and happiness hereafter. Since hatred is rife in these impure times, don the armor of patience, free from anger. You remain in samsara through the power of laziness. Therefore, ignite the fire of the effort of application. Since his human life is wasted by indulging in distractions, now is the time to practice concentration. Being under the influence of wrong views, you do not realize the ultimate nature of things. Therefore, investigate correct meanings. Friends, there is no happiness in this swamp of samsara. So move to the firm ground of liberation. Meditate according to the advice of your spiritual guide and dry up the river of samsaric suffering. You should consider this well, because it is not just words from the mouth, but sincere advice from the heart. If you practice like this, you will delight me, and you will bring happiness to yourself and others. I, who am ignorant, request you to take this advice to heart. What is the highest teaching of the path? The highest skill is in the realization of egolessness. The highest nobility is in subduing your own mind. The highest excellence is in having a mind which seeks to help others. The highest precept is continual mindfulness. The highest remedy is in understanding the emptiness of everything. The highest activity is not to conform with worldly concerns. The highest accomplishment is the lessening and transmutation of the passions. The highest giving is found in non-attachment. The highest moral practice is a peaceful mind. The highest patience is humility. The highest effort is to abandon attachment to activities. The highest meditation is the mind without pretension. highest wisdom is not to grasp anything as it appears.